Advanced diagnostic, it's a platform technology to detect, measure, and monitor neurological disorder of the brain. But the first application of that technology is for stroke and traumatic brain injury patients, because this is often used. Time is brain for those people. Every minute of delay to treatment, millions of brain cells are dying. And the problem is there really is no technology to triage these people effectively in the field, nor to monitor their condition in the neuro ICU. And these are people that have to be detected and getting treatment in a measurement of minutes and seconds and not hours. The problem's huge. You've seen a lot of these numbers. The burden on the U.S. healthcare system is over $300 billion a year. The number of misdiagnosed patients in an ER in the U.S., 40 to 80,000 patients a year. Worldwide, 1 to 30, and that's probably an underestimate, have access to any sort of imaging equipment. In military, TBI is the signature wound today. So when we developed our product, we knew we had to get a few things. We talked to people in the military and physicians in hospitals and EMS people and figured out, what do we need? We need to have something that's multifunctional, be able to detect more than one thing, be extremely accurate. We're at 95% sensitivity already, and that's only going to improve. We needed to have absolute full brain coverage all the way through deep structures into the brainstem. It had to be fast, simple, no technical skills, and have real flexibility in design, because everybody wants its own different twist, and then really make it cheap. So we've come up with this, and this is one sample. This is our NeuroHawk device. And the way this works is we use radio frequency. So our radio waves are 1/500th out of a cell phone, so it's really low power. But these radio waves, 9 of them, send and receive to each other. And normal brain tissue gives off a signal. Ischemic tissue, where there is no blood, gives off a different signal. And then bleeding gives off a third. Algorithms calculate the change in signal. And for that, we're able to determine what's going on in that patient's brain. And as you can see here, we could see bleeds as small as a 0.5 ml. So that's like a half of a green pea. So we're very good in what we're able to see. And importantly, most importantly, we could see stroke by subtype, which is very important in order to get the person to the right place for treatment. We have 3 devices. They all use the exact same technology. Form really is for function, so this is the adaptability in our design. Take a little deep dive. So the NeuStat device will be used in the neuro ICU to monitor those stroke and TBI patients or anyone who's susceptible to an expanded brain bleed. We'll scan every minute. And if something begins to happen, we pick it up right away and alarm. Right now, these patients are subjectively assessed every hour. For the NeuroHawk EMS and ER device, this again, we needed to get something. No technical skills required. You need to be able to just put it on and turn it on. So EMS personnel, they get a patient, they put it on, they turn it on, and in less than 5 minutes, they know if they're having a stroke, but more importantly, what type of stroke it is, or if it's a TBI patient, do they have a bleed associated with it. In the ER, they have 5 minutes to triage a patient. So we had to operate within that period of time. Someone comes in, they're with the triage nurse, you just slip this on their head and turn it on. That's it. And then do everything else you need to triage that patient. By the time you're done with your 5 minutes, you have blood pressure, you know what's going on inside their head, and you have a history. So it operates very, very quickly. And then NeuroHawk Military, there is no technology in far-forward environments to assess TBI patients. So we created, again, no technical skills required. They say that give us something that could be operated by somebody who has no more than a high school education. So it really works like this. You just slip it on, you turn it on, and if you see the 3 LED lights, if we get a green light, he's okay. The yellow light means the system's working properly or not. If you get a red light, blood's present. If the red light flashes, bleed's expanding, and it flips into monitoring mode, stays with the warfighter until they evacuate that person into a field hospital. So lightweight, easy to use. And if you have multiple casualties, a medic is very efficient. You put one on everybody's head, and then you just read what you've got. So it's very effective in that environment. Ultimately, aside from those 3 areas, We will be in nursing homes where falls is one of the biggest problems they have. Urgent care facilities have no technology whatsoever. Physicians' offices, and obviously athletics. The market, US market's huge. Triage is about $2 billion. The military market, we see about 200 million. In-hospital monitoring, again, 200 million. And then that all other market is well over 2 billion. Where we sit right now, Newstat and NeuroHawk, we've just finished our clinical trials. We're going to be filing with the FDA in a couple months, and we will have these two devices cleared by the end of this year. So we're very close. Let me just give a shout out to our Medtech partnership. If you aren't a member, become a member. They have been so helpful with our company as we have grown. As you can see, we've gotten about $5 million in non-dilutive funding of various types. But it's not only the DoD relationship they help you with. The important part is they see we need to be successful commercially in order to best support what we're going to do for the Department of Defense. And they have been a fabulous partner with us doing that. Quick competitive overview of our technology versus rest of market. You know, the advantages are easy. We detect all 3 stroke subtypes, bleeding. We're very fast. We monitor. We're accurate, very cost effective, and it doesn't take any training to slip it on and turn it on. Financially, you know, we won't go through this, but we begin making money next year, and that's a great thing for us. So current investment, we do have a $4 million round that's open, and this finishes up all we need to take us through FDA clearance and begin to launch ourselves commercially. We have $1.5 million of that in. Very comfortable that the other 2.5, this has been a successful meeting for us, will be coming in probably by the end of April. We should be finished. And then there's a $2 million grant. This we now have been awarded, and we're in contracting with the DoD for that. We also have another great partnership with the Mayo Clinic. We're in their accelerator program. When you're in that, you have disposal of any physician, business person, researcher at the Mayo Clinic to work with you. And they have been working with us on all 3 of our devices, and then future development as we move off to concussion. We have a great team. Aside from myself, Dr. Attaway, Korfhagen, Shaw, and Flattery, they're the founders. We have Eric Bailey, who's just joined us. Quick about Eric. He's the one who invented that scanner that your luggage goes through at the airport. But he also developed the portable CAT scan, and he also developed the mobile stroke unit. And he sees that we absolutely have to get our product to market, and he's committed to do that. We also have a really great extended team, and if you're around at 12:45, please come to our presentation. But we have Mike Singletary with us, Dr. Hunt Bajer, and then we also have Dr. Bernard Bendock coming with us today to talk about the future of innovation to treat stroke and traumatic brain injury patients. It's going to be a great session. And then finally, you know, why would somebody want to invest in us? We've got our devices clearing FDA at the end of this year. We're going commercial. We're really excited about that. But that's only the beginning of where we go. So after that platform technology, we begin to move into concussion for assessment and monitoring. We already have a patent for sudden cardiac arrest applications. And then we'll move into oncology and all other neurodegenerative diseases. So that's it. Thank you for your time.